Hi.
Squatchers.
Yep.
We are live on your platform of choice, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
I think that's it. That'd be it.
You should check it. Yeah,
Figuring out to do there.
we are also from Belarus and Russia.
Correct.
That's a guy.
I don't know. I think the one ban comes up here soon, though.
We need to get Johnny T back in office so Putin lifts this ban on us, boys.
Right?
Hating, dude. Absolutely hating. Episode 34 coming at you. This is the Rashard Mendenhall episode.
Oh,
And
shit,
we
we're gonna
promise.
fumble.
We promise we will not fumble the bag. What's up, boys?
Just chilling, getting ready for the holiday, you know?
Oh, buddy.
Uh-huh.
We had our Friendsgiving, one Friendsgiving last Saturday. First taste of Thanksgiving food. Boy.
Mashed potatoes, baby.
So good. So excited.
Yeah.
Uh,
We did one Sunday for her family.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got Friendsgiving tomorrow, and then we got her Thanksgiving Thursday.
Nice. Yeah, we got
Lots of cooking.
Michelle's family's Thanksgiving. We're doing dinner Friday, so everybody can be there. Sure, we'll probably do something Thursday. But
Yeah, you can do that non-retail.
excuse me, sorry.
You get to live that non-retail life, hang out with your family on Friday now.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Well, I still have to work Friday,
Oh,
but I work 6 to 2:30.
Bro,
From home.
same.
Yeah, so
Same. I gotta travel Friday, work the weekend, travel back Monday.
yeah.
Like, I just wanna watch Ohio State, Michigan. Just one time in my adult life.
Right.
and then we got a weird games Friday too. Oof.
Fucking Dolphins Jets.
At 3:00.
Tim Boyle at 3 p.m. gonna be serving up INTs.
That's
So
the,
yeah,
that's
if
the
you got
Friday
any
game you
Miami
said?
fantasy players, don't start them because it's going to be their defense
Yeah.
scoring.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Black Friday game.
Ugh.
What a weird time.
It's Jets. Who?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, a matchup they thought was going to be really good, and then here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, we'll see some good football. We got football Thursday. We got football Friday. Good football Saturday. Football Sunday.
Here, what up, Mont?
And I will be at work for all of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll be at work Friday. I don't want to even be working during the game, even though I won't even watch it anyway.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see.
Cool. Well, we forgot to do one thing last episode, so let's get out of the way early. Jimmy and I were playing some Apex earlier, and unfortunately, we did not get a W. But if you scan this code, you yourself can get a W.
Can get you some W.
Get a W.
Get you some
Multiple W's.
Several W's.
And guess what?
W's on W's.
Apex W's are full price. Plus web tiers. This W is 10% off with our code at checkout. 10% off. You buy $100, guess what? Get $10 off of that. Easy as that. Jump in there, buy the W,
Squeezy.
love W, drink W, eat W if you want to eat the powder. Represent it. Shout out W.
Rip lines of W. Fuck it.
Whatever you gotta do. However you gotta get in your system, just get the W.
Yeah.
And it's
you want.
pure W. No sugar, no additives, so you're ripping just pure W. Shout out, Debbie.
Debbie.
All right, let's get into it. What we got, McCoy?
And excuse me while
Let's get into it.
my
I
steak bites
said,
over here. I'm gonna.
we pretty much missed this out on last time too, so we can kind of get into it. To start off, we'll get into some fantasy football. We're getting to that time of the year where we got, I think, 3 weeks in most traditional leagues till playoff time. Jimmy is hugging it while he can.
Yeah, she might not be staying in this house much longer, boys. She might not be staying here much longer. I'm just gonna have to a couple times real quick, get my money's worth. You know what I mean?
Oh man. But yeah, I mean,
Stab the shit out of myself.
we got 3 weeks left. How you guys looking at most of your leagues?
Fuck you, dude. Oh, most of them. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was so combative.
Wow.
Yeah.
Video.
Actually, ironically, the two Yahoo leagues I'm in, I'm currently in first place. So, Deece.
There you go.
I told you about the ESPN league I'm in, the 14-team league.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, I'm 6-5 and on the cusp of the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got to keep winning, baby. Our podcast league, I'm dog shit. Shout out Mont for that trade that would have helped my team 6 weeks ago. But it is what it is. Maybe I can eke something out. But at 2-9, I don't think I'm going anywhere. The Squatchy mock draft league where we couldn't touch shit. I don't even know because I haven't looked at it, boys.
I haven't looked at it either. I forgot.
I have no idea.
Dude,
We might have to pull it
So
up and
it's
screen
crazy.
share it just to check.
So it's crazy actually because I was looking, I got alerts from everything the other day, and I was just looking to see like how many players in 1 week somebody didn't have playing,
Mm-hmm.
and there was 1 week that somebody had like 7 players
That's
out.
fantastic.
Wow.
That's awesome. And don't forget, the winner of that still gets some merch. Whoever wins that league still gets some merch, unless it's one of us.
Yep.
This
Well,
man said
to be
maybe
fair-
out of last place, bro. Fuck you, respectfully. Man, what a savage. Yeah, but no, I couldn't start any running backs. I had 3 running backs. 2 of them were on bye, and Cameron Williams was on fucking IR.
So you know what's kind of crazy about the mock draft?
It's the best you've ever done in
Is-
fantasy in your life.
Yeah. So I'm 1, Ian's 2, and you're 4.
No shit.
Yeah, and
Maybe-
Bonica's 3.
Maybe I just shouldn't touch the leagues. Maybe that's what it is.
Just leave your team alone.
And then obviously our league, I think it's going to be too little too late. I got up to 4-7 with the dub this week, but I just took some bad losses, dude. When I lost,
Yeah.
when you're the one in someone's win column and then their loss total is 10, it's just a fucked season. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, all is not lost. I do have 9 first-round picks over the next 3 years. So
It's pretty solid.
gonna get younger, boys. Is it though? Is it, Ian? Because these picks aren't gonna help me. Because
Right.
for one point in the season, I thought this man's was gonna be the number 1 overall, and then another point in this season, I thought bro started 0-5. I got that pick. He's on a 6-game win streak.
Yep.
You guys have to get a new trophy because I'm not ready for this one to leave yet. It would just have this moved in with me basically. You mailed this to me like 3 weeks after I had moved into this house.
Yep.
I don't think I've dusted it once.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's just
At least you'll have like a little nice like trophy sized area of no dust
hey,
on your desk.
if I can win out, I'm 7-7.
True.
Anything can happen in the playoffs, boys.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in the playoffs. Ian, you're 10-1. I play you week 13. Maybe rest some of your guys. I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
Listen, all the NFL teams rest them going into the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
you're right. I don't want them to get hurt.
Right.
So your point is valid.
Yeah. You don't want to waste a good week on one of your top tier players when you're playing someone that's hopefully 5-7 by the time we play.
Right. So you're saying,
Hey, Michelle, I don't want to hear it because I just beat you. All right. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You had one of the best drafts I've ever seen and lost to me. Okay.
Michelle, you are one spot above him though in the rankings.
Oh, really?
Remember?
Nice. I think Chris is above me in. Well, no, isn't everybody above me? Aren't I in 12th?
Everybody's above you.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. So one spot. You're a dick. That's the nicest way to say you're an 11th ever.
Oh man.
Am I really in 12th? That's fucking awful. And my homie drafted Brock Purdy in the 3rd round. Jeez.
You're getting relegated. Oh man. Yeah,
I have. So obviously our Dynasty League, I'm in first, but I'm not worried about the rest of the season too much because
no, I mean you got a buy regardless.
Wait. Before we get too far into it, I don't want to interrupt. That trade never went through. It still says pending.
Which one?
Trade?
The one that me and Mont did in the pod league.
Oh, I can push it. I can either push it or if it's too late, I can just adjust the players to the teams.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you though.
No, you go. I'm glad you mentioned it because
yeah, we'll have to manually do it because it says
I got it.
Okay.
It's processed.
Later. Love you.
So yeah, you're sitting first there. How about the other ones, bud?
So obviously we know the podcast league. I'm 4-7 on that one. Not looking hot. We'll just leave it as it is. I am battling. In my one league, I'm in dead last. Awful. Absolutely awful. I missed half that draft. So it didn't help. My team at the beginning of the season looked great. I thought it was gonna be good. But yeah, I'm like 3-7, 3-8, whatever it is. 3-8, so not great. And then in my auction league, I'm 4th, 6-5. But everybody's battling on that one. First place team's 8-3. Second place is 8-3. Third 7-4. So battling on that one still. Just lost Joe Burrow for the season, so that doesn't help.
Nope.
But my team is stacked in that one. It's just a matter of playing the right players at the right time.
For sure.
And then ESPN leagues, we did one for our work, battling to get in a playoff spot. And then I did one that I've been in for a while with my buddy Tyler. Same thing, battling for a playoff spot. I'm like one game out of a playoff spot in that one, in both of them actually. So we're battling down the stretch, boys.
It is a battle, dude. That's how I think a lot of my leagues are. They're pretty much right there.
Yeah.
Definitely in our dynasty one. It's going to be a battle at the end, just like it always is every year.
Yep. Poor Shaq's going to be sending one of us the or buying the faceplate for the trophy.
Yep.
Paying for shipping. As well as $200 to be
that league's going to be tough. I've really got to win at least out of 3. Got to go, I think. I mean, 1 and 2 pretty much.
In our league?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got it. This week's huge for you.
This is a big week. I beat Damien. I mean, that's a big step. I beat Damien and Kunk loses. I don't want to say it's a lock, but it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big week. I mean, I got a tough. I mean, I got Damien. I think then you, Jimmy, then you, Ian.
Yikes.
So, yeah, that's a tough one. But hey, I'm happy this week, dude. 5-0 this week. Can't bitch about that. Casey's Brothers League, I'm doing well, and screw having a second quarterback. They can all just suck it, I guess. My ESPN league, I was in literally 10th place. And I'm on a 4-game win streak, and now I'm 1 spot out of playoffs. So that's not terrible. It's kind of crazy too because like everyone that leave, they play me, and like it was kind of like the Shaq, like, oh, I'm going to beat you this week, and now all of a sudden my team is playing well, and I've scored the most the past 3 weeks. It's crazy. I have CeeDee Lamb, DK, and Devontae Adams, and they just didn't perform to start the year. So
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, it goes into it, like you talk about, like I guess we can kind of look through them and go into them. You got Joe Burrow, like who you out there? I don't know how you for your league. with like free agency wise, who you got in your league that you can go get?
Do I got my league we can go get?
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, depends on the league. I mean, Isaiah likely is going to be a huge pickup.
Right.
Especially if Mark Andrews going down. I don't think.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean, Lamar is so wishy-washy, bro.
Yeah.
They can win by literally 30, and they'll have 153 yards passing, 2 lost fumbles, and 9 fantasy points. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's wow. I don't think Browning's going to be. I mean, unless you need him, I don't think he's worth a grab unless you need a quarterback.
I mean, he's still going to compete.
I mean, I think he'll compete, but he's got good receivers to throw to, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not picking up Tim Boyle?
No, I'm not. I'm not picking up Tim Boyle. I mean, I don't. At this point, it's kind of tough. I don't know who to really go after. I think if no one has a Jaden Reed on their team from Green Bay, he's a good pickup. He's had 15 plus points the last 3 weeks, so he's probably gonna be tough to grab now, but he's a solid pickup. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Reed's definitely a good one. It just depends on what kind of league and how deep you are.
Yeah.
I mean, like I told you guys in that double super flex quarterback position, I'm definitely going after Browning.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on.
Oh, yeah, that exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, this is how I look at it, right? I figured out last year, I ended the year with 140 fab. Dude, it don't roll over.
Can't take it to the grave.
Right.
Don't roll over.
Hey,
Ain't like
here we come, Browning.
Ain't like PTO.
So you're spending it all on Jake Browning. Tight.
Nope. No, so to be honest, what I went and looked at is in this league, I went and looked at all the players that would go pick him up in a sense, right? Outside of Handle, who has 6 QBs on his team.
That's wild.
There was a couple other that had 4 and 5. And I went and looked at everyone's fab, and I just pretty much bid that amount. So instead of the 138, I'm using 101.
Did his research.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smart move.
So, save a little bit for someone else. Who knows?
That's right.
They got to have a backup after him.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, the free agency's thin out there for a lot because I mean we've had a lot of injuries this year.
A lot of injuries this year.
Yeah, that's every year though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like the QB position's different this year.
I feel like there's been more significant injuries to the QBs this year than previous.
I mean, we'll see. I guess we can kind of fly over this. I mean, who do you guys think out there who's like a normal top performer that you're sitting right now?
Huh?
Like sit him or start him. So if you guys have someone that I guess that would normally perform, I guess, for your team that you're not really starting right now over someone else.
Oh, I mean, well, it was actually perfect timing. DC said this. Speaking of QBs, about time for Pickett to get benched. Pickett should have been benched in April of 2022 and should still be sitting there waiting to get fucking drafted by an NFL team because that dude sucks. Period. But that's a perfect segue because I got to fade George Pickens until we have a fucking quarterback in Pittsburgh. Yep. Or he unfortunately leaves Pittsburgh to go to another team. Listen, see, now we're going down a rabbit hole. There were 2 different plays that I've seen on film since Sunday's game, okay? One play was a deep cross out of the slot that I think it was Deontay. Ian, I'm not joking, bro. The closest defender to him in any direction, with the exception of the sideline, was 12 yards away. And it was a walk-in touchdown. And the dude panicked, fell down, took a sack because that's what he does. The second one, and this is way worse, and this is why I say, maybe Matt Canada wasn't completely the problem. There was a play where they had trips wide to the left, right? They weren't bunched or anything like that. They had 3 guys on the line to the left. They had Jalen Warren flanking Kenny to the right, sent him in motion, and then he threw him the swing pass. But only one of those guys stayed in and blocked. The other two were clean downfield.
Yep.
Again, another touchdown that he just didn't even look. Bro, that's vintage Big Ben, quick pump, boom, tutty.
Yep.
And, like, dude, get the fuck off my team. Get off this football field because you ain't it.
I mean, for sure. He's definitely, if anyone's starting him, they're crazy in their league. And like you said, the same goes for, like, Pickens. He's in my podcast league. He's been on my bench since, like, week 4 because you just don't know. He's a stud, but he goes out there and scores 7 points.
Because they can't get him the ball.
Nope. And that's the same. I mean, you can say Deontay has a good week, the week he had a good week, and then right after that, who knows?
It's just too inconsistent. And right now, I mean, with the receivers that I have, like, my problem now with my team is running back. But, like, between Tank Dell, Chris Olave, Puka Nacua, like, for those watching at home and keeping score, I drafted Tank Dell and Puka Nacua in our rookie draft this year, okay? So, give me one of these. But there's just no room for him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't justify having one of those guys on the bench,
right?
For honestly anybody on the Steelers offense besides maybe Jalen Warren now, who no one will ever get because he's on Gary's team. Shout out Gary.
Bro, I tried.
I mean, that kind of goes into that same thing you said there. Like, you got Cooper Kupp and Puka that they're kind of a sit 'em right now in themselves.
Puka?
I mean, depending on
the only down week he had, he was Dallas, but whatever. And then that Green Bay game is when Stafford got hurt. So
yeah,
that was basically Kenny Pickett with a different name, well, Brett Rypien throwing fucking footballs.
I mean, with Stafford back, yeah, definitely different.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, before that, obviously, but yeah, I mean, Cooper himself, yeah, who knows?
Well, he just got hurt again too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
DC said 15.
That was a bad game for that. That was a bad game for everyone.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He threw 6 touchdowns all season. Deron Bland of the Dallas Cowboys has 4, and he's a fucking cornerback.
Pretty good.
He plays DB, and he has 67% of the touchdown passes that Kenny Pickett's thrown all season.
Right. And I mean, I don't know who else you got. I mean, we'll stay on the wide receiver train. I mean, he's been kind of unfortunate to start for me, and he's on my team. But, dude, Godwin's kind of a sit-em right now, too.
Fuck yeah, he is. The only guy on that team is relevant is Mike Evans.
Yeah.
In that core, at least. Rashad White's coming on. After I trade him to you, of course. But whatever. I got my boy CJ, baby. I got the QB of the now and the future.
Like, Godwin, I was reading the stat on him, like, how many drops he has, like, on consecutive catches. It just sucks. I mean, the past 2 years, Brady put him in that screen pass, and he's not in that role anymore. So.
Yeah. I don't really know
a ton of different like sit-ems right now. I don't know if this is necessarily a hot take. I don't think it is, but Gabe Davis started so hot, and he has just dropped off the face of the earth.
So inconsistent.
That Shakir has been
that's been like that's unfortunately been like his MO though in fantasy.
It has. He's always been like he's at least had like one big catch. Oh,
sausage alert! Sausage alert!
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I mean, outside of that, I mean, everyone else has been kind of doing their job.
Are you guys fading Eckler right now?
I don't know.
It's really hard too, because like
to fade him.
3 weeks in a row, over 20 points, and then a shit performance.
I mean, I still got to start him this coming week. I mean,
you can't fade him, right?
No. I mean, 7's tough when you have him in the starting role.
I'll tell you, I'm debating on starting this week. Either Lamar or Josh Allen. I'm almost leaning towards Lamar.
You this week should honestly probably start Will Levis. They're playing Carolina.
I was expecting to say Derek Carr because he's hurt.
No.
At least compete. But Lamar is playing against the Chargers, and their defense is Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
The Swissiest of cheese.
Yeah. Look at this real quick. I don't know if you guys can make it out very well. Ian, you're projected to beat me by 11 points, and it's showing the status bar as me having a 96% win chance. If that ain't foreshadowing, I don't know what is, baby.
Sleeper, we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
The trophy don't want to leave. You saw how nice I
Right.
was with it? Cuddled, snuggled.
So yeah, I think that's the big ones on obviously system. I mean, who do you see on the bring them up, Ian? Like the people we haven't been playing that you should start now.
I mean, Jalen Warren
Yo,
is a huge start. He's had 3 weeks of 15 plus points.
Yeah.
He is a little bottle of just energy.
dog, I'm working. Who you talking to like that?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Hey, you better go tell your mother.
Yeah, no, him for sure. I mean, obviously it's common sense. I mean, Charbonnet is going to be there.
Do you
Yeah,
see
is
who's
Kevin
walking?
Booker out?
Yeah, he's out.
They haven't listed yet,
Out.
but I mean, yeah,
He's out.
Did
I
they?
mean, they play Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a big one. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I don't know if he's a start on this week. I've always had him on a couple of my teams just because he's one of Kyler Murray's favorite targets. But
Rondell Moore.
Rondell Moore, if you needed like a wide receiver 3 in a league deep,
It's a hard team to trust too.
It is.
it is. But Murray loves him.
In that league I was telling you about, Tyler's league, I picked up Kyler like week 4, I think, and stashed him in my IR because I kept Rodgers because I had to keep somebody. So I kept Rodgers this year for a quarterback because my team was awful. And of course, he goes down week 1.
Yeah, you love to see that.
Yeah, so I picked up Stafford, but he's been okay. And then he got hurt, so I've been riding Geno Smith, and then I
Also hurt.
yeah, and then I kept Kyler stashed on my bench, luckily, or stashed in my IR, luckily. So now he's my starter.
Do me a favor,
But-
bro. Every QB on your team gets hurt. Just throwing KP8 real quick, just this week. See,
Listen.
let me get Money Mitch in there. Let him dice up Cincy.
First off, Money Mitch ain't dicing up Cincy. You know who's gonna dice him up? Mason damn Rudolph. That's who's gonna dice him up.
Shit. Give me
Oh,
Devlin
man.
Duck Hodges, baby.
Hell yeah.
Call him out of the wilderness.
Oh,
Get him in the
swag.
fucking game.
You know his confidence through the roof. Who's he dating? What's her name?
Who, Duck?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
country
Is it?
singer.
Yes, he's dating
Morgan Waller?
Laney Wilson. Laney Wilson.
Morgan Wallen.
He's dating Laney Wilson.
Laney Wilson.
That's who it is.
Is she attractive?
Sorry, Michelle.
She got a
Stupid ass.
she got a dumpy.
This motherfucker says she got a.
Not to be
This is a sports
confused.
podcast.
Not to be confused
She all right.
with Dubby. She got a dumpy.
Yeah, no.
Not
There's-
Dubby.
there's-
Shout
there's
out
levels to
10%
this
off
shit.
your checkout
There's
order.
levels to this
Dubby.
shit.
I mean, her dumpy is a dubby, but
Damn, my man's dropping old school quarterbacks. Favre and Testaverde. Honestly, I would take Brett Favre
Maybe.
in a Wranglers commercial with all the political and potential fraud controversy surrounding him, but I think it's all gone now.
Don't say
I would
this.
take him. I would take 67-year-old Brett Favre.
speaking of old, Flacco on the practice squad of the Browns.
Hooray!
My man flying commercial to get there.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
Man,
Oh
the
man.
most worthless
they,
contract in NFL history.
I don't know, dude. It's just we don't really have to talk about the game because I know that wasn't part of our plan tonight. We just wanted to make it fantasy centric, but just like Browns fans, I'm not happy for you. I don't wish your team to do well, and I like from the bottom of my soul, I want to say act like you've been here before, but I think this is like the third time in your franchise's history that you're 7-3. So, congrats, I guess. Like I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you. You still have the second best defensive player in the league.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, they just won their Super Bowl. Like that's
Yeah,
their season.
that was
their
their Super
season's
Bowl.
done now.
Mhm.
Yep.
And they're still going to finish third in the division. But John's over here like, I said that they were going to win the division.
No, there's no way. No way they're winning the division.
No, it's
Not a chance.
I mean, they got a weak ass schedule, but
They do.
so do we. So
The Ravens.
We'll see. We'll see. You guys got anything else on fantasy?
no.
I don't think so. I mean,
Perfect.
now's the time
I'm thinking
to pay attention. Make sure you're not missing stuff, especially this week. You got 3 games on Thursday, right? 1 game on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
games on Sunday. So pay attention. Do not forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Set your lineups early.
Set your damn lineups.
Especially Wednesday night. Because if you drinking, you ain't
You
going to
ain't
remember to set
thinking.
your lineup. Bam.
Yeah.
Flip it up.
Yeah. We'll see. Obviously, we know how you guys feel about the one. We can get into some matchups. We can get straight to it. Thursday night, obviously, crazy injury-prone game.
Yikes. Yeah.
Once again, I mean, Cincy teed up for like a good primetime game and then just
Snatched away from us.
like, snatched. Like,
Yeah, that's tough.
I guess we'll get to that. What's your guys' thoughts on that injury?
Part of
I
football.
mean, he was throwing the ball
I
fine.
mean, do you guys think he was actually? I mean, he had to be right injured before game.
I don't see why.
He was throwing the ball
people-
fine.
Yeah,
Prior.
people are just saying that because it's Joe Burrow and Dave Portnoy's all salty because he lost a bet. Like, bro, grow the fuck
Not just
up.
him.
I don't care who it was. I don't care if we all lost money on it, bro. Injuries are part of football. Injuries happen. And like Ian just said, he looked like he was fine throwing it all night. But now because he's Joe Burrow and this, that, and the third, hoop-de-hoop, Joe Cool, whatever, the Bengals have been semi-relevant for the last couple seasons. Oh, he was hurt the whole time? Get the fuck out of here. I ain't buying it, sir. That's just my take.
Yeah. I mean, if he was hurt, they should have reported it. Like, they have to. It's part of the CBA.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they can investigate all they want. Like, there's nothing going to happen.
No, for sure.
He's still hurt. Nothing's going to. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Snap,
That,
crackle, and pop.
yikes. Yeah, that was.
Well, yeah. I mean, we probably won't touch that. So that's college. But yeah, dude, that was crazy. I was watching the replay because I was at work when you guys are like, "Oh, FSU's going to lose," and I was like, "Well, their quarterback definitely lost."
Yeah, that's tough.
They-
That's such a tough thing to watch, dude.
They had to amputate. Was that bad? I'm just kidding, boys.
He's gonna be back in 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Wrap it up.
There's 3 weeks left in the college season, including the playoff. What the fuck you talking about?
The Aaron Rodgers treatment.
Bro, you need to chill. I can't right now. I'm working.
But yeah, I mean,
Shit
that
in the
was
living
gruesome.
room. I don't know.
Never want to see that.
No,
But
no, that's
yeah, I mean,
that
just like we said Thursday,
yeah.
bad injuries all around.
Yeah, I didn't get to
What's-
watch the game Thursday.
What's the guy's name from Cincy? He had all 3 main injuries to the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, their linebacker.
They were all clean tackles.
Yeah, now until they ban the hip drop tackle, and that's just another
Right.
thing that a defender can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
But I mean, the one on Andrews, fine. The one on Lamar, fine.
I mean, yeah, it's a football play. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks.
I mean, dude's on full speed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do in real time? Like, your job, you're getting paid to tackle somebody, so they don't gain yards on you. So you're supposed to just
Right.
like, oh, all I can do here is hip drop tackle. Let me just not touch him in a matter of that.
When you're trying to avoid the hip drop, and you got to avoid a horse collar.
Right.
You gotta avoid
They're paid
this.
millions and millions of dollars for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's a
I was
dangerous sport, and they got to afford the freaking healthcare and all that good stuff, and they're gonna get hurt. It's part of the game. They can't
I was
ban
reading
something
now
like
that the injuries are more prone now with all this like extra stuff because of how they like react to tackling and all that kind of stuff now.
Sure.
Because they're like more precautionary. Like I guess it kind of I don't know. Speaking of bands,
Yeah, Dak Bar, I'm sure it is.
I don't
like-
think so.
I'm sure it's in talks. I hope they don't. Yeah.
There's no
Football
way.
player.
So I mean, to touch on that, I mean, you watch these college teams do it. You watch these professional teams do it. They're getting stopped a lot. I mean, the Eagles just they perfected it. It is what it is.
Ain't nothing perfect about putting your hands on another grown man's ass and pushing, bro. The fuck?
I mean, it is when it works, I guess.
It is when it works. I don't even know what that means. What is working? Are you hitting the tank? Like what?
I mean, Kelsey's definitely feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking
The
about
dude
it.
is an animal.
Dude, he's like, I remember his brother
Right
asked him
around.
about it. He goes, how's it feel? He goes, I just lay there until everyone gets off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guy's an animal.
Crazy injury game. Dude, sucks to see Andrew.
Dude, I'll tell you what though, honest to God, like if you look at some of Jalen Hurts' stat lines this season, if it ain't for that little booty bump, he's mediocre at best stat lines.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, 150 yards, no tutties, 1 pick. Now, I mean, you're playing in the rain, but it's not like KC has a defense that lights the world on fire, especially that fucking secondary.
You had a couple of players on defense. That's it.
AJ Brown 1 catch for 8 yards. That really fucking helped.
Yep.
Dude, tell me about it. So mad.
Smith had
Yeah, Devonta was the move last night, but I mean,
For
AJ
sure.
Brown's just going off. So you would think, but
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're people. They're not superheroes. There's been,
you're right.
just like when I was selling phones at fairs, there was times where I put up 10 boxes, $1,400. There was times where I put up 1 box, $160. That was AJ Brown last night. 1 box for $160. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes.
$8.
So, I guess we get it to it. What was your guys' biggest upset Sunday outside of your guys' game?
I wouldn't even call that. I don't even know if that's an upset league wide though. I mean, they were equal team. Like us were biased, and Cleveland's like the little brother licking windows in the back. For me, the biggest upset. Not really that there was one, but I think the biggest surprise was the Giants beating the Commanders in whatever Commie Land, DC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Outside of that, like nothing surprising. I guess Detroit coming back against Chicago was surprising, but also not surprising, right?
Right.
So,
They seem to have that in them.
yeah, but it's not like the Panthers went out there and beat the Cowboys. The Titans didn't knock off the Jags. The Cardinals didn't knock off the Texans. The wildest ending was the Seahawks one.
Yeah.
Jason Myers automatic and just pushed the fuck out of it from 55. Now that's a far ass kick, but
Right.
Broncos over Vikings maybe. But Denver's looking fucking inexplicably good. So I don't know.
Green
Nothing
Bay
real crazy this
over
week.
Green Bay over the Chargers.
Yeah,
That's what I
Chargers
was gonna
defense is
say.
bad. Chargers defense is
Yeah,
bad,
and-
but their
but
offense.
and the Chargers are 4-6 now.
Yeah.
In the what was it? The best division in football?
The best division.
Best division in football. Okay, yeah,
Man,
I thought so.
no.
John, where did we hear that?
I don't know, man.
honestly, I believe you didn't know because you fucked up that episode. You was gone.
You were not.
My man
you
was
were not.
speaking
Your body
Chinese
was here.
cursive, bro.
Your body was here.
That's about it.
You yourself were not.
We'll see. Denver's playing. They got that D helping them out. That's for sure.
5-5, man.
They're trying to give Russ as much time as he can. to
Did you
get
see
better?
what's his name got suspended for another 4 games for the second time this year?
Who?
Denver's corner, Kareem Jackson, maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
He got suspended again for the way he just tackles people. And that's just, dude. That's. I didn't watch the game. I just got the ESPN notification a couple days yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Probably yesterday. Because yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. But
I'm trying to remember if it was him. There was somebody that was blatantly like, you could just see launched himself head first to the defenseless receiver.
that was, I know what you're talking about. That was a college game, and the dude looked like
I thought so.
he looked like Super Mario trying to get the fucking mushroom.
Dude, he literally stopped.
I was there.
You were there?
I was there. I was at the game Thursday night. Play against Boston College.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
that was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
live. The guy literally just like dolphined and was like,
Yeah.
Like the most blatant target I've ever seen in my life.
so blatant, dude. And
Did you
they,
say dolphin?
yeah, he jumped up. And
I
was
just
like,
pictured this boy like
That's exactly what he did. And then they
in
kicked
mid
his
the
ass out.
fuck air.
Yeah. Yeah, that was blatant as can be. We'll talk about targeting.
Yeah.
And was it even called?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was called, right?
It was called immediately, and
Yeah.
they reviewed it for like maybe a minute and was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it come down to it, like that late night game was good. I mean, good primetime week. It really was.
Mhm.
I would say one of the better prime times for sure.
yeah.
Between Thursday, Sunday night, and Monday night. We'll see.
Come on, Tyrese Maxey.
We got a weird week up here. Like I said, football almost every day.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. We got December coming, baby. That means them Saturday games is coming back. Woo! Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Yep. And then we got some good games this week. Bills, Eagles. That'll be a decent one.
Bills, Eagles. Yeah, it should be. I don't know, freaking weather.
You just never
I don't
know.
think so. I think the
Allen
Bills will
is
get
just
fucking trounced.
so inconsistent.
I mean, are we really reading into a 32-6 win against the Jets, though? As like,
No.
he's back or whatever.
No.
It's good defense. I don't think he's back. I don't know if I would say he's back, but I mean, it's a good defense. Top 5.
Yeah.
Guys,
top
Puerto
three.
Rico's really got to go outside. Like, bad.
Run it.
Go for it.
You got to go potty? You got potty?
I don't think he's got to go, man. I think he's good.
Nah, yeah, he's good.
He's
I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. Dude, I'll tell you what. Thursday's packed full of some good games.
Yeah.
I kind of like them all. You got Packers and Lions. The Lions should obviously win that game
Should. Yeah.
because it's in Detroit. Commanders, Cowboys. I mean, Commanders give everyone that division a tough time. But I guess they, besides the Giants, I guess.
Dude, yeah, that was crazy. They ruined a parlay for me.
And then you got the late game, the 49ers and Seahawks.
Yeah. It's
Which sucks to me because I wish like the Cowboy game was the late game
Mhm.
because I want to watch like the first quarter and go to bed because I have to be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of tough there. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that Niners Seahawks game is going to be interesting. It depends on what Niners team shows up.
For sure. For sure. But yeah, I mean, nothing really crazy. Like I said, no really crazy upsets this week. That Commanders game was a little, is what it is.
Right.
I expected the Bucs to lose this week. We played better than I thought. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Our defense still sucks. We also want to give our coach a contract extension for some reason. Makes 0 sense.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the
Yeah.
offensive coordinator for the Steelers.
But,
Finally.
yeah,
What
you got rid of him. Crazy stat though was actually going into that game. Baker stats were better than Hurts and Mahomes, which like we talked about. Hurts stats
Yeah.
have been terrible here.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's hard. I think it's hard to repeat what he did last year. He just came on last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're getting wins.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting wins when they need wins. I'm so mad
sure.
last night that I did not bet the Eagles. They were plus 350 to win at the point when we were playing and talking, and I was gonna put money on them to win, and I didn't.
Right.
I'm so mad.
Doug, are you saying this week against the Raiders? Yeah, I mean they got a snapback game. Outside of that, there's nothing that's really not a lock. They're also a 9-point spread. I'm taking the Eagles over Buffalo this week too. I think that's pretty close to a lock.
Eagles over Buffalo.
Yeah, Minnesota over the Bears. I don't care. Dobbs will get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if JJ is back. I don't think he will be, but we'll see.
Dude, I need him
They're
back. dude.
also playing that cusp of being 6-6 and sliding. So
Yeah.
I would say that would be a lock. Steelers, Bengals, who knows? Dolphins are definitely not losing to the Jets.
I am intrigued to see what happens with
The Steelers this week. I don't foresee the offense being much different.
See, I know you guys don't like to hear this, but dude, I think Browning will do well.
I mean, he's got the talent around him to do so. I mean,
you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
T. Higgins goes back in, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Mixon and his tight ends aren't tight end that they just pulled up from the practice squad. I can't remember what his name was.
Oh,
he's been eaten. So it's like they got the talent around him.
Yep.
And they got this. I mean, they got the offensive scheme to do it too.
Yeah, and then we got a tough one. I mean, the Bucs had a tough one this week. We got to win against Indy. Have to. Because then we got a little bit of a roller coaster after that. They should. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm still low key that Jag side of me. T.U.all definitely had a bounce back week for me. So
yeah, he did.
I think ETN did not, but that's because T.U.all took his rushing touchdown.
Right.
So
yeah, Trevor's like, you know what? I'm gonna take care of this today. Don't worry about it. You take a break.
I still think the Jags win that game
Against Houston,
but we'll see. I mean,
should be a good one.
The safer bet might just be taking the over.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll get into it. I mean, Ian, we can look at pretty much the playoffs I think we had earlier. Let me see if I can get it up here. Nothing really changed too much. I think Buffalo might have slid up. And they're over that.
I can pull the playoff picture up if you want on the ESPN.
And then it's obviously crazy that Green Bay's like after number 7 it just drops. I guess it does on both sides.
Yeah, here I got you up.
Perfect.
He's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, I mean nothing really changed. The 2 seeds are the same on both sides. 7 seeds, I think you guys were there before, or no, you guys might have swapped with Cleveland.
Yeah, I think we were technically the 5th.
Everyone else is kind of the same, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, everyone else is the same. In a sense. I would say it's going to be tough because of the side they're on. We talked about them. Denver being at 5-5, it's going to be hard for them to get in. Because a wild card spot's going to be tough. Even. And their division is going to be tough because they got to overtake KC.
Mm-hmm.
But that's who I could see from the AFC side getting in. Outside of that, it's out of the playoff picture right now getting in. I mean, Buffalo maybe, but they have a very tough schedule. Very tough schedule.
Yeah.
I believe they still have Philly. I think they still play KC. Yeah. They literally go Philly, KC, and they play both of them away.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a tough 2 games right there.
Yeah. That is tough.
And then they play Dallas.
Dang.
Yeah. So, and then, I mean, obviously they go the last 3 games of their division, but going Philly, KC on the road and then playing Dallas, that's tough.
Yeah.
The good news about Dallas is they play him December 17th in Buffalo. I don't know if Dallas can play in the cold.
Yeah. That's where that home field advantage for the Bills comes in.
Right. That's going to help them a lot. But then they go on the, I mean, dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they got 1, 2, 4 of their last 6 games are on the road. And 2 of them are in bad stadiums of Philly and KC.
Oh.
So I kind of just don't see them getting in. I really don't. If I had to take someone to slide up that's not in that picture on the AFC side, it would have to probably be Denver.
Who do you take out?
That's tough because I mean, you guys have, like I said, we talked about, you guys have a pretty easy schedule going forward. So does, Cleveland doesn't have a tough one.
Yeah, losing to Cleveland was honestly the worst possible scenario because then no matter, I mean, we'd still be the 5th seed right now, but then we're completely in the driver's seat because you're 3-0 in the division.
Yep.
Right.
With, I mean, Baltimore hasn't had their bye yet, so I don't know. You fucking screwed the pooch is what happened. You screwed the pooch.
I think I'm not saying that they make it in, but if Denver does make it in, I mean, you got to take Pittsburgh out.
Yeah, Houston's been playing really well. They play Jacksonville this week, so that's a huge. I mean, that's for first place in the division.
Big win.
Right.
It's massive.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But that's the only team, like I said, I don't know if you heard anything, Jimmy, but Buffalo's just got a hard remaining schedule.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, no, I know everything that's going on with that. I actually didn't realize I was still muted, and I said they got Dallas after that, and then you were like, then they have Dallas, and I was like, motherfucker, I just said that.
But yeah, and then I think it's just too little too late unless they're going to run for Cincy with having a backup quarterback.
Yeah, no, I think we can stick a fork in Cincy. I don't hate the idea of Denver possibly crawling in, but
their schedule, like I said, I mean, we'll see.
They're not going to sweep the Chiefs.
They've already played them twice.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I was right. They're not going to sweep the Chiefs.
And that's what I mean by that. Like, so, like, they have.
Wait, did they already? They already played Chiefs twice?
Yeah.
Must have been early in the season when they played Kansas City and lost.
Yeah, they played them. They played them in like week 4 and like something like that.
I can't believe it's already fucking week 12, bro.
They played them in week 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they got this team out of their division out of the way, but like, I don't know. I mean,
2 crappy games.
Defense is doing their thing, you know.
And back to the Buffalo thing real quick. I think Miami's very fraudulent. So I wouldn't be to me, the only way Buffalo gets in is if they win the division, right?
Right.
But in the same token, like Miami's going to beat teams that they're supposed to beat. They can't beat the teams that they're going to have to beat when this bracket comes to fruition.
Right. But the good news for them, they don't have a ton of tough games left.
Yeah, DC, as far as the Texans going against the Jags, they've just absolutely owned them the last 6 or 7 years. The Texans have just decimated Jacksonville. And I don't mean they've blown them out by every game, but when you're beating a team that consistently, bro, like that's got to be in the back of your head as a Jaguar player. You know what I mean?
For sure. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't think we can look at Indy. I think Buffalo and Denver is the only 2 you can really look at in that division or in that conference. Sorry. I just think that Buffalo has too much down the road that's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they also have Josh Allen as their quarterback.
Right, and that's 3 games that team is capable of winning.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. But yeah, on the other side, like I said, Philly and Detroit, I mean, doing their thing. I think San Francisco is through their rough patch, hopefully.
Losing Hufanga is not going to help, though. He's probably the 3rd or 4th best safety in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Rashard White.
Man, snatch that man's ankles. The only thing maybe better than that I've seen in terms of like, again, you know us. This is the 34th episode. We don't wish injury on anybody.
Absolutely not.
Even when I said it against about Kenny Pickett earlier, I never want anyone to get hurt. But that fucking stiff arm Vance McDonald had against the Bucks that literally ended that guy's career.
Literally.
Actually ended his career. He never played it down in football again after that.
Vance McDonald, dude.
Off a stiffy, baby.
It was a rough one.
Speaking of stiff arms, a Jalen Warren stiff arm this week got me hyped. He stiff-armed him and then ran forward, poured him out again. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to run your ass over, too. Why not?
Let's double down on it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, them teams, San Fran's going to do their thing. Brock got back to doing his thing. Just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And that goes for every team, obviously, but they're very thin at wide receiver. So,
Dude, if the season ended today and Dallas went to New Orleans, they would lose 100%.
Yep.
Because there's always an NFC South team that gets into the fucking playoffs with a losing record because they won the division and then they win their first game.
Yep. I would agree.
they're in rough shape, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy to be 4-6, right? Tampa's 4-6. No, shit, so is
Yeah.
Atlanta. Be 4-6 and in heavy contention for your division title.
Yeah. And you play them out, so.
Shit, even bro, that's wild. Carolina's 1-9 and still not mathematically eliminated from winning the division.
They are not.
Nope. If they win out, they finish 8-9, and I mean, it's not gonna happen. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
no, their conference record is going to screw them.
right. Like when you look at AFC versus NFC, AFC is definitely more consistent and far more competitive, and NFC is just top heavy as shit. I don't think anybody's beating the Eagles this year out of the NFC.
No.
Not going to happen. Especially if everything's got to go through Lincoln Financial. No chance.
Right, no, for sure. I mean, unless, like I said, they slip a game or two, Detroit can't get in there.
Yeah, but even with home, no, I guess Ford Field would be electric as fuck if that team was a 1 seed, bro. I mean, regardless, they're going to be electric as fuck for what I assume would be a home playoff game or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best game here's what it's going to come down to. For Detroit, in my eyes, to get into the Super Bowl, they would need someone to knock off Philly, right? And as it stands right now, their best shot would be what? Okay, so playoffs end today. No, Minnesota plays them. Playoffs start today. Philly's got the bye. We say Detroit wins, San Fran wins, Dallas wins, right? Let's just say that is the scenario. Mm-hmm. That means Dallas goes to Philly.
Smoked.
And San Fran comes to Detroit. One, San Fran's not going to be easy to get by for anybody, Philly included.
No.
But two, I just, like you said smoke. Dallas isn't going to go into Philly and beat them, bro. They're not. They're
especially in January.
Yeah, fucking ever. But also,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
But in January, definitely not happening.
Yeah.
No. That's what we just talked about too. Like Buffalo could win that home game against Dallas because it's in Buffalo.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, shit, Dallas lost to Arizona. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dallas.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, but obviously, when it comes down to that, I think like you can say like there was two sides on the AFC side they can get in. NFC, I mean,
he said, "Let's get Dobbs a ring." Yeah, I don't think it's happening for Minnesota, buddy.
Unless LA figures something out, I don't see them getting in, and I don't see Green Bay. Green Bay's that's a dumpster fire. I don't know how they won this week, but
I wouldn't call them a dumpster fire. They're just young as shit, trying to get figured out.
Super young, yeah.
Their offense is like the Steelers, but with a better quarterback.
Yeah,
well, maybe the Steelers have a little bit of a better backfield right now, just because Aaron Jones is really having trouble staying on the field. But
for sure,
yeah,
we'll see. So you got Philly on the NFC side. You got on that AFC side.
Coming out of AFC?
I mean, who do you think? I mean, you obviously picked Philly going.
Dude, I have no fucking idea. I mean, right now,
it's a complete toss-up.
I until I'm proven otherwise, and they don't look like they have the last few seasons, but it's KC, dude. And there's weeks where Baltimore looks like the best team in the NFL, and then they blow a 14-point fourth quarter lead to the Browns. You know, like this. The last 2 weeks for the Browns, honestly, have been massive because they are very close to a 5-5 team.
Yep.
Right? Like, should have lost to Baltimore.
Yep.
Pittsburgh game, when it was 10-10, it was like, okay, what's happening here? Pittsburgh had a ton of momentum in the second half, fucked it up. But they, I don't know. I don't really see. Because eventually, any of those teams on the left-hand side is going to have to win on the road, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, week one. The Steelers would go to Kansas City and get absolutely shit on.
Yep.
As much of a Steelers fan as I am, I know that. I've also seen it in the past, right?
Correct.
Fucking Ben's last year. We went to Kansas City and we got absolutely shitted on. I could see that, again, if the Texans play the Jaguars in the first round of the playoffs, it's the best case scenario for them because they own Jacksonville.
And I mean, the Browns are beating the Dolphins.
Maybe.
The Browns are beating the Dolphins? Like,
Maybe.
in the playoffs there?
Yeah. Dude, he can't play a defense.
But who's at quarterback? DTR ain't doing it.
Miami, it don't matter.
Joey
What do you mean it
Flacco,
don't
baby.
matter? What do you mean it don't matter? Quarterbacks are huge.
I mean, look at your guys' record.
I mean, a big defense is big too.
It
But
ain't the quarterback.
Really good defense.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Out of all the playoff teams on that side, Miami is, to me, like just the biggest, I don't know, fraud to me.
I mean, I think they deserve to be in the playoffs of where they're at with their offense.
Oh, for sure. But
And I think they definitely beat Cleveland. No bias intact.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That
definitely beat
game
Cleveland.
That game wouldn't surprise me though. Again, if this shakes out to be the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland goes down to Miami and wins. The only thing is, it's tough to play in Miami, not because of the environment, not because of like the heat or anything like that, but because it's hard to keep 53 grown men from partying their fucking dicks off in Miami while they're down there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
That's why you got to bring Joe Flacco in. He's done partying.
right. This was like 7 or 8 years ago. I saw this, and I can't remember if it was like a 30 for 30 or something. I think it was Cocaine Cowboys, maybe, but they were talking about like cocaine in Miami in like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
And there's a guy who, like, you know, they'll bring an ex-con on there that, like, turned his life around or whatever. I guess he used to be this big blow dealer down in Miami. And he was telling a story about how he was just, you know, shelling it out all night for these guys he didn't even know. Come to find out, they're the offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They stayed up all night, ripping rails, and went and won the Super Bowl. So, like, yeah, it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Miami's tough to play because of all the distractions.
Yeah, sure.
No, for sure. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see. I just don't think – I don't know. They haven't proven to me. A-Chain's back out again. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, same knee injury.
I was watching a video on it. It was like a cartoon character, and it was he came out the locker room with a knee brace, took the knee brace on, hung it up on like a coat rack, turned around, grabbed it off the coat rack, put it right back on, went back in the door.
It's fucked up. And that sucks. I really hope he can come out of that. Maybe shut him down for the year because you still got Mostert, you still got
Right.
Jeff
I
Wilson.
mean, I got a good backfield behind him,
Salvin Ahmed looks pretty good. So for the sake of his career, the dude is so fast, bro.
Dude,
So
that-
fast.
Yeah.
Crazy. You have 3 of the fastest people.
Right. If Miami gets behind in games, I don't know, and I don't watch a ton of Miami Dolphin games, and maybe they already do this, but dude, just throw them in 5 wide sets.
The problem is, I mean,
Just run.
I've watched a lot of their 1 o'clock games. They are not good from playing from behind. They just
Yeah, I
aren't.
could see that because at that point it's just okay. Where's Tyreek? All right, stay in between him and the end zone, and then
3-man defense.
Waddle's good enough to beat you. He's had an off year with some injuries and stuff
Mhm.
too. Miami's not a Super Bowl team to me.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, so we got pretty far away from your question, but if you're gun to my head, who do I think is going to represent the AFC if it was right now? Kansas City.
'Cause, I mean, yeah, I mean,
It's hard to pick.
although Baltimore has a better record, I mean, Casey's proven the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially I still think the road goes through Arrowhead. I don't think that Baltimore is going to win enough down the stretch to keep it at M&T Bank.
Right.
Right. We'll see. We shall see.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
though, DC. Kansas City is looking rough right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, they won last night. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Should've won.
Not for nothing. Valdez-Scantling catches that ball. There was still like a minute 48 left. Maybe Philly comes out and gets in field goal range, sends it to OT. I guess there's some ambiguity there, but don't know, my boy. Don't know. John
okay.
John evaporated.
All righty.
But yeah, no, that game. So they are not playing good ball right now, and they're still 7-3.
There's a lot of players dropped a couple big ones.
Yeah.
That last catch,
Yeah,
Justin Watson should have actually
he
caught
dropped
that.
a big one, and he had a bad fumble. So
Yeah, Kelsey did have a big drop.
we'll see. But yeah, nothing too crazy this week. Everything stayed. I mean, pretty much how it was supposed to be. Like you said, nothing really crazy of an upset.
Yep.
Yeah. Outside, like I said, the Giants was probably the biggest surprise for me. Kind of sucks for Washington too, though. It's like it just seemed like they're a piece or two away from competing, and then they sold at the trade deadline this year.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean they're done for this year.
Yeah, and it's not like they even got anything back. Like Chase Young for a 3rd-round pick. I know the dude's missing time in his NFL career, but bro, you spent the
Chase
number
Young.
2 overall on him.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. 0-4 in the division's tough though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. It's fucking
tough.
brutal, bro.
Yeah, especially when the Giants are in your division.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they played the
We-
Eagles great in both games they played in this
both
year.
games.
Yeah.
Both games. What we seeing? So like I said, we got a lot of football this week. A lot of different days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We'll have definitely some college to talk about next week.
are the buys done week 13?
Yeah, this is the last one, I think.
No, there's one after this. Because I know that
Is
the
there?
Ravens are on by week 13, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
that
week
week.
13 has
Okay,
to be
yeah,
the last
next week.
one.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Yeah, this is week 12.
29th, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes
Yes,
sense.
sir.
Well, alrighty then, boys.
That's
What
a
we seeing?
that's a wrap. That is a wrap.
Real quick, we didn't have a kicking it with Lip because it was the international break. But Liverpool, Man City, baby. 7:30 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Big game. Huge game for first place in the Prem.
Yeah.
Let's go Reds, baby. Yeah, because Tottenham's not there anymore.
No, we not.
They out.
Here's what it is.
I love you. I love you, buddy.
All right.
We'll
Well,
talk about next week. We'll have some college kicked in for sure next week.
pay attention.
With obviously a big week for a lot of teams. Big week. Listen, we didn't have a good season, but we could finish it off good.
Yeah, you could.
It would help a
Excelso.
lot of other people. So we'll see.
Could also fly.
They could. We throw them out of a plane.
Alrighty then, boys.
All right. That is episode 34 in the books. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Or should I say, squatching.
Ha.
Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of food. Eat a lot of desserts. Drink a lot of beer. Whiskey. Whatever. Whatever you prefer. I have become more of a whiskey fan. Just,
Ooh, it's the stash. It's the stash. Waddle.
but all right. Happy Thanksgiving. See y'all next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Same place, same time, same great faces. Catch
9 p.m.
y'all later.